Well, hello farming friends, and welcome back to another edition of Farming Simulator 2015 with me, your old buddy Mr. Moose. And today we are back on our farm here in the province of North Brabant as we continue on. Today we are going to do a little selling off of some equipment and getting some new stuff. So as you can see, we've got $381,000 that we've accumulated. So that means we could get some new equipment. One of those is going to be a lime spreader that we're going to use on the soil, as well as we're going to get a new tractor as well. We're going to sell off this dude's farm because one, the horsepower is a little low on it, and two, the daily maintenance cost on it's $400 and something. So we're going to go ahead and sell that and get a little money back for it, as well as the weight that's on it. And that won't give us much, but it'll just give us a little bit more cash. And then we're going to go into the store, and what we're going to purchase tractor-wise, I've been wanting to get one of these into the game. We are going to jump over and grab ourselves one of the JCB Fasttracs. We're just going to get the little one here, but that's still 230 horsepower and $170 a day. That's the equivalent of like the Case Puma, and so we'll grab that. And we'll also go ahead and grab ourselves a weight for it. So let's go back. We're going to go into our mods section. I'm going to grab the front weight here from OEB modding. That is that adjustable front weight. And then we are also going to grab a lime spreader. And we're going to use that too. So we're going to grab that. We're going to get it default. And that's it. That's what we're going to purchase today. So here's what we've got over here. If you haven't seen my mod review on this lime spreader, check it out. It's in the mods playlist where I go through it. It's been updated recently, so it's a bit better than what it was. It actually now has a lower... Oops, hit the wrong button there. It has a lower... speed on the outflow of it. It's still the same coverage. It just the outflow on it, or the usage of it, is more in line with what a fertilizer spreader is. So instead of taking like one trailer load to fill several or several trailer loads to do one field, you can get one field done with a trailer. You know, one of our typical fields would, like field number 8, which is where we're going to start today, it would take 2 or 3 of these in the original version, but with the mod and the way he's changed everything, now I can do field 8 in one fell swoop. So it's very nice. I like this thing a lot. Well, we need to turn our little beacon on. So we're going to haul this guy back to the farm and drop it off and fill it up with some lime. Additionally, we do have a high demand on barley, so in a little while, when our harvest is done in the field, we're going to load up some barley and take that and sell that off and make some money with it. But for now, we're going to load this guy up with lime, and we're going to take it and go do some lime spreading. Oh, I hope you guys are doing well today. We are moving along with this field and this farm. Looking forward to getting some planting done. Looks like our dude's far is finished. It's been cultivating over there, so we'll have to jump into it real quick. Turn it off. So let's jump in this guy. Stop the driver. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Unfold this guy, and we'll clean up these edges real quick. Add the working width on that set a little too wide, so I didn't get as good of a cultivation as it normally would have. So we're going to run this guy around here, clean up these little pieces of straw that are left, and get this field cleaned up. And then our combine is over there getting wheat, and the tipper is doing all of that. And then I do have did finally get the rest of the BGA done. So bunker 1 is empty, so Sven is back to mowing grass and filling up the BGA for us so that we can keep it loaded. And is yeah, so that's where we're at. And like I said, the game plan is going to be to go ahead and put some fruit in these fields, as well as get some corn planted so we can start chopping corn and making silage with the corn. I will tell you that our question of what fruit to put in the field has been answered, obviously, with the high demand for barley coming up. We only have 45,000 liters of barley in the field. Now, of course, we're not going to be able to grow any more barley to match that high demand, but what we can do is go ahead, and because we have the high demand for barley, we can go ahead and sell off that $45,000, and then we can or 45,000 liters, and we can go ahead and plant the fields to go ahead and recoup that and start rebuilding our stockpile. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and set this guy up to combine field 49 or 48 is what I'm in, and let him go ahead and not combine, but he's cultivating. Whew, I haven't had my first cup of coffee this morning, so my mind's not completely there. I'm gonna scale this down to 8 meters so it functions properly, and I think probably 8.5 might be actually be a little large on that. Let me look real quick, make sure my working with is right. Yeah, it's 8 meter head, so let's take it down to 7.5 to make sure that we get a good clean path on this. Actually, I'm going to go 7 meters because I'm not going to do a headland on this. I'm going to take the headland off. I'm just going to let it go up and down the field. So that's that, and we'll just put this in play and drive on up here. Drop it down and tell the drive the course. Excuse me for that little silence right there. I had to cough and I didn't want to blow your eardrums out. Alright, so with that going on and everybody else is doing their thing, let's change vehicles again, and we'll get in this guy. Now I am going to set GPS up just to give me some guidance on this so we get everything right. So let's go ahead and pull into the field here. Now our working width on this particular spreader is 15 meters. So we'll go ahead and get this all set up. Come on. Give it to me. Auto detect. Get rid of the tool offset. Bring this over. Verify we're at 14.5 meters. We'd have a little overhang there. I'd really like to get that right. 15 meters. There we go. And then I'll just pull this over right about there. We should be good to go. Alrighty. Alright, well, we'll get this guy slinging, and we'll get to spreading some lime. Go ahead and get course play off the screen. Oh, I forgot to switch back into high mode so I could use my mirrors. I'll have to look over my shoulder since I didn't turn my mirrors on. So I did finally resolve the issue with my video card. I know I mentioned that the other day. Some folks may have not heard that. I had downloaded a current driver and actually had some issues with my computer, and my frame rate's dropping drastically on my computer when I updated the all the NVIDIA stuff. The NVIDIA went and did a whole bunch of stuff to my computer. Since then, I've spent several hours tweaking my system and tweaking, rolling back the driver and working on everything to try and get everything straightened out. And I finally did. And now I'm doing really well. As a matter of fact, in high settings, I can run about 60, 70 frames per second just playing the game. Now, I don't get that when I'm recording, obviously, because Fraps rolls everything down on me. But still, getting that kind of frame rate during the game is very nice. And I've been trying to record in high, but been having an issue the last couple of days for some reason with I get into the game and I get 60, 70 frames per second, no problem. I tab out of the game to start my Audacity recording for my audio and start Fraps recording, and when I tab back into the game to actually begin the recording process for these videos, I tend to lose I tend to lose about 10 frames per second, 20 frames per second more than I normally would. So I go from 60 frames per second down to recording down to 20 or even lower, and I can't figure out exactly why that's happening now. So I had to drop back to doing either resorting to starting my Audacity before I even launched the game, and then never tabbing out of the game, or tabbing in and out of the game several times to get my frame rate back. It would take 5-6 times to tab, even more, tabbing in and out of the game to try to get the frame rates to reset back to the higher settings. And I don't know what's causing that. I'm still working on that, but because of that, I had turned the game down to medium. I want to get it back up to high for the recordings, because I do sort of like having the mirrors. Ooh, we're gonna hit that tree if we don't move. So if I miss the edges on this with some of the lime, I'm not going to sweat it, because I am going to come back and clean my edges up once we get the field itself done. And we should be able to get this whole field done with this guy. Oh, and I forgot to turn my dirt settings back too. I recorded a mod review, and I turned, in order to make sure I had a dirty mod, I turned my dirt settings up to fast, so this thing's going to get ridiculously dirty very fast. I need to remember to turn that back. I don't know. I could just leave it on fast and just deal with it. I never really don't clean my implements that often. Oops. Sort of messed up there. I messed up on so many levels it's not even funny. I gotta have to correct that mistake. Back in line here. Turn my spreader back on. There we go. And start spreading again. Yeah, this trailer does a great job. I really like it. And I really appreciate the fact that the modder, when I did the showcase on it, that he listened and took some of the things that I said to heart and changed it. it just made a good mod better. The fact that all the text is now in the store and is proper is great, and the fact that you can, you know, now that the wheels get a little bit dirty as well with a little bit of lime on it, it just makes it a little bit over the top. So very nice. The fact that he changed the gearing on it to allow you to get more coverage on one trailer load of lime is awesome. And the only thing I will say now that is wrong with it, and it's just a minor little thing, and again, it's just me being, you know, anal, is in the menu, in the help menu, you'll see it still says turn off manure spreader, and unfold manure spreader. By the way, I didn't show that in the mod showcase. You can actually make the side gate on this thing fold down like so. If you were using a front loader to load this thing, you could do that and it would actually fold down for you. I meant to showcase that. There's so many things that you think about before you start doing these mod showcases or any of these videos. You think about, what am I going to say? What am I going to talk about? What are we going to cover? Blah, 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 blah. And then you actually get into the video, and 20 minutes after you've done the video, you think, oh man, I meant to do this and this and this and this, and I completely forgot to do it. And one of the things is I meant to showcase that. I forgot to do it in the first one, and I forgot to do it in the second one. It is what it is. So we'll run this guy down here. Looks like one more pass and we'll be done. We'll clean up our edges and then we'll move into our next field. Oh, hit the wrong button there. Actually fold. There we go. Alright, looking forward to playing with this Fasttrac some. Haven't been able to use it much in this in the game. So now that we have it, we'll be getting a lot of use out of it. Lots of use. A John Deere 6810 is slipping. Wonder what he has run into. We will find out just shortly. Oops. Oh, I hit the right joystick just a little too much there. Alright, let's check on our John Deere and see why he is slipping. Oh, it's because he's wrapped around a tree. That always, that's a problem. Here you go, buddy. Let's get you off of there. Moron. I'm glad I have the AI traffic turned on, because this dude drove completely across the street for some reason. He'd be wrecking into cars all day long if I actually just had him running. And this guy is doing his thing. Hopefully he won't catch up with the combine. Looks like the combine's just about done. Yeah, it's got one more pass, and that field will be finished. Alright, so we just want to run through here, clean these edges up, just to tighten them up, in case we just missed a couple of spots here and there, either starting too late or stopping too early. There you go. That looks good. We'll clean this edge up, and then we'll go across the back edge and take care of it as well. See how this looks. Well, that looks real good. I'm not even going to worry about this end. Oh, I do know there's going to be a couple of spots back here in the back. All right. I think that's a lot cooler than that fertilizer spreader we were using. All right. All right, so that field is ready to be seeded. Dude's far is now slipping. Why am I having so many issues with these kids? I'm telling you, it's only when I do course play stuff. Oh, he fixed himself. All right. So this will just kind of eyeball. I'm not going to really... This field's such an odd shape. Alright, so the combine is done, which means we are done harvesting. And we just have to move him back to the farm. Oops. Alright, so when we get over here to the edge, we'll jump across the street and take care of these guys. Alright, so let's get over here and send the John Deere on and pack the case up. Stop the driver, clear that out, and send that driver home. Take that, and we'll run across the street here, and we'll park this guy for the time being until I can run and get a trailer for it. Actually, I can just park it right here as long as it's out of the way of that cultivator. Alright, so we'll put that right there for now. And I'll have to go get the head for it, so we can move it back over to the farm. Let's see, that guy's doing his thing. We're on this guy here. Alright, make our turn. Alright, back up. So anyways, what else is happening? I think I covered most of the videos and everything in our last edition. I know I kind of forget sometimes what I talked about in the last video. I know we talked about the fields, where the fields are headed for. I think we talked about some of the other video games as well. Did we? Maybe we did. Not real sure. Looks like a good distance there. Yeah, we're getting good coverage on this. Doesn't really matter. Most people have tuned out by now. I was just looking at the I was just looking at some stats yesterday, and the average person watches 6 minutes of the videos, and I'm like, yeah, I'm really doing really long videos for no reason. I know there's some people who watch every second of these videos, and I appreciate it. And I know there's some people who jump on, they look, and then they just go, I'm not interested. And so, it's what it is. I'm playing the video games for me, and making the videos for fun these days, and hopefully some people like them and enjoy it and watch them on a regular basis. And some of you guys seem to be finding it very informative and enjoy it, and I'm glad, and I appreciate the comments that you guys send in, and anytime I can answer a question, I try to give you as much information as possible. There's been some, I will address this. There was a comment this morning about the greenhouse mod from T2K Modding not being accessible. I don't know what's going on. I went on just to check his site yesterday just to see if there was anything new, and maybe even get the water mod from him. He's got a couple of placeable water pumps that once you purchase them and place them, you don't have to pay anything for the water. And I was actually going to download those and probably place one of those on a different map, and they're gone. That whole thing, I can't get access to it either, so I don't know what's going on. I'm getting a message that says permission denied, or this blogger only allows readers who are invited, something like that. So not really sure what's going on. I have messaged the modder, and hopefully he'll respond back and let me know what's going on with that. Alright, so real quick, I'm going to bring this right here. I'm going to drop the lime right here. Fill it up and drop it. So let's get that. That's an odd sound, isn't it? Alright, so let's drop this guy right here. We're going to run over, pick up our header trailer, and we'll go get that situated so we can get the combine out of there, because it's going to be in the way when we now I love the big rear window on this thing. Alright, I'll run back here real quick, and we can drop that header onto here, bring it back, sling it off. Needs to be this direction. Back this guy up. I think that's about right. Go ahead and lower down on it. Back up just a little bit so it tugs on it. And then we'll drop it in place. There we go. And we'll go ahead and compress this guy up. Let's take him to the farm real quick. Alright, so all our combining is done. So now it is plant mode, and we'll plant this field. We're going to plant them all this time. It's going to end up being the mega harvest. I hate how I can't. Hate when that gets left there in the way. Oh, so anyways, what else? If you happen to watch the mod review for the 1050 Fendt, it was brought to my attention. I forgot to leave the link for that. I did fix that this morning, so it is corrected. Which, of course, I say this morning. This video will be posted on Wednesday, so I'm recording it on Tuesday morning. Let's see, I'm going to move this guy right over here to the side. Right here. Alright, and what is the lock command for this? It is I think that's locked. Probably not. That's probably locked. Alright, so we'll haul our cutter back over here. And get it dropped off, and then we'll get back to doing our lime. Or I'll get back to doing the lime anyway. Getting kind of long on this video. Alright, cut through here. Oop, almost hit it. Oops, forgot to detach it. There we go. Alright, now I can just pull forward with this guy. Drop him right there. All the fun things you get to watch me do. And if it weren't for Giants and their physics engine messing up, I wouldn't have to do this. But if I don't do this, it will end up sliding clear across the map and falling off of the trailer, you know, and I've covered that before. I just think that's absolutely ridiculous. So, but it is an unfortunate part of this game that I wish would get fixed. Alright, so I'm going to wrap up this video here in just a moment. I'm going to put this guy into storage, and then I'll go grab the lime spreader, and I will continue to put the lime in the field and get ourselves ready to start seeding. So in our next video, that's probably what we're going to do, is start seeding the fields and getting them ready to be planted. So, yeah. Alright. Close the door on this guy. I don't know why it put me out there in the middle of nowhere. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was cool. Yeah, we got a lot accomplished. We got some new machinery, and we'll continue on. I will, like I said, I will go ahead and continue on with the lime spreading and get that working. Need to go get the rest of our implements. Oh, you know what we can do real quick? Let's sell off that barley real quick, and we'll do that before we call it quits. So let's grab this guy, and because I did want to do that as part of this, so we'll see how much money we get out of it. So let's go ahead and run over real quick, grab the barley, and we'll call this an episode after that. This guy will get every bit of that barley. Actually, it'll get all but about 5,000 liters of it. That'll be fine. Maybe all but 3,000 liters. I think this thing's 42,000. Alrighty. So we'll pull in here, fill up with some barley, and then we'll head over to the mill, or to the I call it the co-op, because it's sort of what it is to me. It's the place where you go and you sell your seed. Oh, I completely missed that pipe. Yep. Back into it. There we go. And grab our barley. I don't really like these silos, I had to be honest. I like grain towers. Alright, let's see how much we can get in here. 45,000. That should be almost every bit of it. Nice. Alright. And this should be a load this tractor does not want to haul. So it will probably slide on me a little bit. We'll take it easy. Alright, so in the next episode, after we haul this off, I will, I gotta do a little bit of spreading lime in our fields to get them ready to sow. I also need to go harvest the apples and the pears because, yeah, they're sitting on the tree there, and until I get them off, new ones aren't going to grow. So I need to go over there and do that. So probably get that done as well off camera, so you guys aren't watching me do that again. I did figure out though that I could use course play to actually do the fruit. What I figured out is set this thing up, record a course where you just drive through the field, zigzagging underneath all the trees, and making sure that you're leaving enough for your trailer to get underneath there. And then set course play up in transfer mode, set cruise control at 1 mile an hour, and just let it drive the course, and it would drive through there and pick up all of the fruit. I could probably put it in field work mode too and do that. I don't know, something I've been thinking about in my head, and how I could actually do that automated. Yeah, I know, I like some automation. Alright, so we got 138. We dump all this in here, see what we end up with. We probably get about 40,000. Oh, I was off. Not even that. So 38, so we got about 23,000. Is that right? Or is my math way off? 138, yeah, 20,000, 23,000, something like that. 23,000. Eh. Oh well. Ain't getting rich doing this, are we? Alright, guys. Thanks a lot for watching this episode of Farm and Sim with me, Mr. Moose. I hope you had a good time. If you did, please like this video. It helps me out. And of course, subscribe to the channel if you're new and you want to know when the next videos come out. Pretty much got a video coming out every day. So subscribe and you'll get a little message when that comes out, and that way you can watch it. Alright? Thanks again, everybody. Appreciate your support. It's you guys are awesome. And I will see you tomorrow with another Farm Sim video. Until then, stay safe, have a great day, and I will see you then. Bye bye. Hey, thanks again for watching this video, and if you made it all the way to the end, well, maybe you liked it. So give me a big old thumbs up. That like goes a long way. Also, subscribe to this channel. I will update the videos every single day, so there'll always be something new for you to see. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you'll come back again tomorrow. Thanks for your support.